and join the senior choir led by Mr. Corey Blaker in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red flare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Let's get it on.
Good. Where's their seats? Oh, someone yelled out my name.
Good evening and welcome parents, students, staff, and guests to the second graduation in the history of Valencia High School. Today we honor the graduation of the class of 1998. The first four-year class to graduate from Valencia High School. On the dais with me are some people that I would like to recognize at this time, starting at your left. Counselor Mr. Charles Armstrong, Counselor Dr. Mary Morris, Teacher and Advisor Mr. Krister Swanson, from the District Office Dr. Rita Thomas, Board Member Ms. Pat Hanrian, and Superintendent of the William S. Hart District Mr. Bob Lee. Behind me, Board Member Ms. Gloria Mercado, from the District Office Dr. Gary Wexler, Counselor Mrs. Suzanne Van Amberg, Counselor Ms. Adele Alonzo, and Counselor Mr. Fred Fells. Students, you may be seated. Students, there are two groups of people that you need to thank tonight because they have made this day possible for you. First of all, I would like all of the grandparents and parents to stand. Grandparents and parents, would you please stand? And students, would you please give them an appropriate thank you? Also, students, you need to thank your teachers. Staff, would you please stand? And students, would you give them an appropriate thank you? And now we have the presentation of the torch and the passing of the torch on to the next class. Brian Otis and William Sohn, our valedictorian, will be representing the senior class. And Wendy Fix and George Kim, the first scholar of the junior class, will represent the junior class.
Okay.
The torch of learning is not only the skilled article that we hold here today. It envelops a greater meaning that should lead the course of the student. It symbolizes the hard work, dedication, and leadership that leads to success in life as well as in the classroom.
The senior class takes on a special role in the high school. It serves to guide the other classes and use the experience and insight that it has gained to assist the other levels. You will soon accept this role. Do not fear. You are quite capable of taking the challenge. I can see that through the ambition in your eyes, the drive to excellence. Continue to seek knowledge, but remember to share in the knowledge you have gained. Believe in yourselves and light the way.
I have every confidence that the class of 1999 can effectively take on the challenge that awaits them.
We readily accept this symbol, and we hope that we can continue to establish the excellence that you guys have given us. We can do it. The light will not go out.
The light of this torch will guide us through the future. As Valencia Vikings, this torch has come to symbolize our individuality and accomplishments as it burns bright in a world of darkness. The task of becoming seniors weighs heavily upon all of us, but the gradual maturity of each person makes possible the responsibilities and capabilities for success. At this moment, we strengthen the history and traditions of Valencia High. Like our predecessors before us, we will continue to build an indelible road to the future and beyond. The class of 1999 will prevail.
And for the presentation of a special award, the Flame of Inspiration, Stacy Lamprey.
Too often in life, we pride ourselves for the success we have, and we pride ourselves for who we have become, and we pride ourselves for everything that we have. And too often in life, we forget to stop and thank the people who helped us along the way. High school is very hard for some people, and I know for myself that I would have given up if it wasn't for the inspiration of many people who cared about me along the way. Our teachers are here to give us the academic material we need, but many teachers go beyond that and inspire us to be all that we can be on a personal level also. Tonight is the night that the 1998 senior class of Valencia High School will carry a torch that is burning in symbol of our success. But that torch would not be lit if it wasn't for the spark that many people provided. Tonight, we would like to give a flame of inspiration to the teacher who we felt was truly there at the heart of our education. The senior class of Valencia High School would like to present the 1998 Flame of Inspiration Award to Mrs. Joni Steinman.
Today is a momentous day for Valencia High School and graduates for you. 4 years ago, we started a school together. How many of you remember the first day? Our school at that time had no traditions, no academic history, nothing that we could point to as success. We had a lot of promise, but nothing had been fulfilled. We had a vision. We knew our direction, but we were only taking our first steps. Today, as we celebrate your graduation, we have gone a long ways from that humble beginning, and this class has taken a lot of those steps. Successes were not instantaneous. They were created day by day. They were created in your daily activity as you learned and interacted with others. You created traditions. Some traditions you created are unique to this valley, such as VTV, the Torch of Learning, and Stacy Lamprey, the Flame of Inspiration. You created a high level of student involvement in community activities such as peer counseling, peer mediation, Key Club, Future Images, Operation Us, and the Youth Action Committee for Santa Clarita. You also created a high level of student involvement in activities on campus such as debate, physics club, dance, the school newspaper, the spirit buses, student of the week, awards assemblies, the best school dances in the valley, fireworks, preferred parking, and birthday recognition. You have also accomplishments that you can point to. We have 26 honor scholars sitting before you in gold robes. Among them, a valedictorian who scored 800 on the math portion of the SAT. You have graduates accepted at colleges all across the United States, including 2 accepted at Caltech. We had 10 of 15 teams participate in the playoffs. You collected thousands of dollars for books in the library. You raised funds to purchase a marquee, and you collected money to build a shade structure in the center of campus. I'm sorry, Cynthia Sockett, that the shade structure isn't up yet, but it will be up next fall, and this class made it possible. So while you are attending college next year, Cynthia, the students at Valencia High School will be able to get under the shade on hot days, thanks to you and your classmates. Another accomplishment is that this class contains the first students to graduate from Valencia High School and the Hart District who receive certificates for their involvement in the School to Career program. Would these students please stand? I would like to recognize you right now. Tony, I know there's a few people. Go ahead. Corin, please stand up just for a second. I know it's embarrassing, but please. There's a few more that aren't quite willing to stand up. Nate, you weren't one of them. These students were pioneers in the development of a program that teaches students specific job skills and includes job shadowing and internships in their chosen field. These students have earned certificates in business, video production, and graphic communications. Some will be going to college. Some will use the certificate to get a job, and some will do both. This class has left an indelible mark on our school. You have set an example that will lead students into the 21st century. The legacy you leave is one of hard work in the classroom, a spirit of community service, and a positive involvement in school. You have set the tone for Valencia High School. You have brought it from vision to reality. It is something you can point to with pride. As you continue your journey in life, you take a little of Valencia High School with you, and you leave a lot of yourself behind. This graduation is a celebration of what you have accomplished. But what you accomplish happens to you day by day. Abraham Lincoln said, "The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time." You begin a new journey today. Take the time each day to enjoy it, to learn from it, and to help someone else along the way, just as you have at Valencia High School. It worked well for you here. It will work for you as you journey through life. Good luck, and please, have a good life. And now, senior class speaker, Amir Shama.
An introduction to a closing chapter. In his novel, A Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens began his classic with a perplexing passage. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the season of light. It was the season of darkness. It was the spring of hope. It was the winter of despair. We had everything before us. We had nothing before us. There is no better way to describe this 16th night of June, 1998. This is the best of nights, yet the worst of nights. It is a new beginning, yet it is the end. We are all coming together, yet we are all separating forever. Good evening, Dr. Priest, teachers, staff, parents, family, and friends. Good evening, fellow graduates of 1998. We are all gathered here tonight to witness an accomplishment so praised. We have been awaiting this event for 13 years, an event of emotions, unity, separation, promotions, laughs, and tears. This is one of life's many goals, your high school graduation. Well, graduates, we are the first graduating class to complete all 4 years of Valencia High School. We started off as eager freshmen, believing this night was so far off that it marked eternity. But as the final days approached, when we finished our last exam, turned in our last paper, shut our last book, departed our last class, and exited campus for the last time, our faces began to reflect the sadness that's embedded in our hearts. Our class defined our school. We were the class we were the pioneers that shaped the future of Valencia High School. We watched our library grow book by book, started valuable clubs, and began a golden reputation in academics and sports. Of course, we will never forget the qualities of our school that vividly make up the memories, like the sewer myths. As I was walking to Econ last week, I looked down because I heard this growling noise, and it came from the sewer. After 4 years, we still don't know what's down there. There were those twigs that had a couple of leaves on them. The stampeded pathways of extinct grass. There was that airplane hangar we used as a gym. And how about that football stadium that never actually existed? And what were those giant blocks they claimed to be speed bumps? It took us forever to climb one, and when we finally did, we had no clue how to get back down. There were those lunches with Mariah Carey booming across the campus speakers. There was that slush, snow, we purchased for huge sums of money just to have a portion of campus covered by it. Oh yes, we will never forget the sunny landscapes of Falls Shade. Those are what made Valencia so unique. We have witnessed many hardships, many smiles, made new friends and separated from old ones. And now things are about to change again. Ironically, this is the first and last time Valencia High School's class of 1998 is united as one. After we toss these things in the air, all of us will go our own separate ways. I would like the graduates for a moment to close their eyes. Please, graduates, close your eyes now. Think into the past 4 years ago. You are in the Santa Clarita Valley in the year 1994. There was no Best Buy, Office Max. In fact, the Bouquet and Newhall Ranch intersection was desolate. There was no Barnes & Noble, Blockbuster Music, or even Mount Asia. There was no Toys R Us, Circuit City, or even that Walmart down in Stevenson's Ranch. The expansion on Valencia Boulevard couldn't even be imagined. What? When did that Qzar and all those shops open across the Mann Theater? There was that long curving road we used every day to get through the industrial center. That shopping center next to school was a field of weeds, and the hills across the riverbed were bare. We used to be able to see the Tower of Magic Mountain from our parking lot, but now we see some storage site. Portables? What portables? Now open your eyes. Open your eyes, all of you. And what do you now realize? Everything changes before those eyes. And only when it's too late to go back do you wish you took some time to savor the past. So take a long look around you and look now, because this amazing sight will never be duplicated. Now, we'll face a new world, experience independence, open new chapters, and learn the absolute qualities of life. We came as freshmen, we're leaving as seniors. We came as children, we're leaving as adults. We came as individuals, formed a group, and are now leaving as an individual element of this group. We came to find instructions for a complicated game, and now we will start to play it. We would not be graduates tonight without the primary driving force behind our victories, the parents and teachers. To the parents, thank you for gracing our classrooms with very interesting and entertaining personalities. You pointed us in the right path and kept us on track. You are the best gifts a youth can have. Nice going, Mom and Dad. To the teachers, thank you for the time you took to prepare our challenged minds. You are the best gifts a mind can receive. And to the graduates, never lose touch. The talent and diversity of this class is phenomenal. This class is unique in its own way, and no other class will ever make up the special qualities that have made us the way we are. As I stand here before you tonight, seeing the many faces ready for the future, but unwilling to utter those words goodbye, I firmly believe Valencia High School is the institution of hopes and goals, morals, and perfection. This night is the last memory of our 4 years at Valencia High School, and this night marks the closing chapter of our youthful high school years. As we give up our Vikinghood, we will continue to open new chapters, one by one, until we've conquered life as a whole. Peace be upon you.
Good job, Amir.
Senior class speaker, Christina Pinkerton.
Well, we made it. We are finally here. the graduating class of 1998. Today, we stand proud in celebration of our accomplishments. We are joined by family, friends, and teachers in recognition of this great day, the day that we graduate from high school. Thinking back through the years, it's been an exciting adventure. Remember when we were in 6th grade? We thought we were so hot, only to start over in 7th grade, being known as little scrubs. Then, on to 8th grade, we were the kings and queens of the school. We thought we could do anything. Then, on to high school. Setting the next stepping stone on our path, we had to choose which high school to attend. We chose Valencia, and as Vikings, we will always be proud. Upon entering 9th grade, we had all new experiences awaiting us. Being the first freshman class, we were wide-eyed and innocent, anticipating a new adventure. Who could forget the heavy load that we carried on our backs, 5 books, and no locker? Or how about walking around, dying of heat, with absolutely no shade to be found? And can you even imagine that we had to share our campus with junior high students from La Mesa? Well, we made it through those hard times, and we've grown up along the way, as has our school. We started with a little more than 500 students, and we have grown to well over 2,000. Our teachers and leaders have set great examples of truth and instilled in us confidence that we can and will succeed. We have been taught leadership as students in government and as ASB officers. We have experienced defeat and learned to deal with the pain and agony it brings. And as our school has grown, we have met the challenge of developing an athletic program, and we experienced the joy that comes through victory and triumph. We have learned precision and seen grace through our award-winning dance team. Our spirits have soared with the ever fun-loving cheerleaders and the beat of the band. We've spent tireless hours reading, writing, listening, and then wondering, will I ever understand algebra? And do I really need to take economics? We have cried over English and history and begged Mr. Burrell, please, not another math test. But somehow, all the counseling and lectures of loving teachers got through to us. It worked. It was all worth it. We can go on with our heads held high, and whatever burden is placed on our shoulders, we will know that we can carry on and succeed because our parents and teachers loved us and had faith in us. This past year, our senior year, we have grown close together, strengthened friendships, and made memories that will last forever. Tomorrow, we set forth the next stepping stone in our lives, and whatever endeavors we choose to embark upon, we can always look back and reflect upon our memories shared here at Valencia High School. Isn't it funny how princes and kings and clowns that caper in sawdust rings and common folk like you and me are builders for eternity? To each is given a book of rules, a set of tools, and each must make, ere life is flown, a stumbling block or a stepping stone. Right now, I want all the graduates of 1998 to stand up. Everybody stand up. This is the last time we will ever be together as the entire graduating class of 1998. Take a second to look at the person standing next to you and give them a hug, because you will probably never see them again. You guys can sit back down. You guys can sit. You guys sitting? Okay, remember the good and the feelings of love and accomplishment of a job well done. Congratulations, class. Thank you.
Senior class vocalist, Monique Wilson.
Hi, everybody. How are you? Oh, yeah, that one. I want to dedicate this whole thing to my senior class of 1998. You guys did so good, and I love you all. And Cynthia Sockett, I love you! I believe the children of our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I'll live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. We're learning to love ourselves. It is the greatest love of all. And if I chance that special thing that you've been dreaming of, leave you two alone in that place. Find your strength in love. Thank you. I love you.
Graduates, could you please be seated? Senior class speakers, James Padilla and Dax Herrera.
Hi. Well, here we are. I can't stand here and give you one explanation of what going to high school is meant to us. Attending Valencia means something different to each student. Some of us are crying because the experience is over, while some of us are just excited to be moving on. That's the great part about high school. It's unique to all of us.
So I guess, Jim, what you're saying is that high school's kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
This is true. Now, moving on. Let's talk about the people. In high school, we have a true melting pot.
We've got all kinds of different personalities thrown together for 6 hours a day.
There's your spotlight-loving athlete to the kid who sits in the back of the class hoping he isn't called on.
We've got the girl who goes home and studies for 3 hours every day. Then we have those couples that make out in front of my econ class.
Then, we have the overzealous ASB students who try to make everyone attend everything.
And we have that guy who'd rather stay home and watch TGIF on Friday nights than go to a football game.
Yes, we've got everyone from your valedictorian
to your Saturday school regulars.
The point that we're trying to make here is that even with all of these varying personalities, we still all have to wake up at 6 a.m.,
put one pant leg on at a time,
and somehow make it to school before that 7:30 tardy bell rings.
In order to start the same day we've been reliving for 4 years.
Not that we have any kind of a problem with that.
No.
In fact, high school has been a very memorable experience for both of us. For instance, I'm always going to remember that time I cut my hand with Dax's Swiss Army knife during senior registration.
Yes, Jim, I unfortunately will also remember that incident as Mr. Ferry tore his shirt off to stop the bleeding.
Speaking of Mr. Ferry, I'm always going to remember all the advice that he gave me that, well, I didn't follow. But at times, I wonder if I should have.
Yes, Jim, and I'll always remember the first day I drove out to lunch because I ran over a small tree in the Burger King parking lot.
I will always remember having to be social with my peers, even though there were times when I just really didn't feel like it.
I won't.
You know, Dax, the first time we did VTV together, I really didn't like you very much.
All right, Jim, that's enough memories. Let's talk about now. What's going on in our minds right now?
I'm sure there's someone in the back row wondering, did I leave my lights on?
And I'm sure a few of you are regretting those 2 big slams of Mountain Dew you put down right before the ceremonies. I know I am.
And I'm sure many of you girls out there are hoping that you make it up to the stage without tripping on your gown.
And I know most of you are looking forward to celebrating later tonight.
And some of you are wondering why we always get to talk so much.
Yeah. But buried deep within all our minds right now are thoughts about the future. And no matter how you look at it, we're all moving on.
3 months from now, we're going to wake up and find ourselves in a place that's totally unfamiliar. Most of us, anyway. Well, that's life.
I hear that's kind of like a box of chocolates too, Jim. But seriously, a great man once told me that life is like driving down a road. And right now, it's kind of foggy, and we can't exactly see how the road bends, but we got our lights on. And we're reaching in the backseat for that Thomas guide with Dad's scribbled directions. And we got a full tank of gas, baby. All we need now is that green light. The diploma is the green light.
What's really left to be said? We came here tonight with the intent of bringing the past 4 years to a close, and that's exactly what we're doing. So that's all for today.
This has been Dax the Hammer Herrera, your ex-ASB Vice President.
And Jim Padilla, your ASB President. Tune into VTV at the 10-year reunion as your source for news and information.
Have a great life.
And now the senior choir singing Go the Distance.
I can hardly see.
Crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I'll be there someday. I can go the distance. I will find my way. If I can be strong, I know distance, I'll be right where I belong. When I'm young, to embrace my grace, forever they wonder, it will lead me to you, and 1,000 would be worth the wait. It might take a lifetime, but somehow I'll see it through. I won't look back. I can go the distance, and I'll stay on track. No, I won't accept defeat. It's another song, but I won't lose hope.
Mr. Lee, Mrs. Hanrian, and Ms. Mercado, I present to you the class of 1998. The students presented here have met all the requirements of the state of California and the William S. Hart Union High School District for graduation. Brian and Jim, would you please come forward? William and Michelle, would you please, and Dax, would you please lead your classmates for the conferring of diplomas?
Hey, Dax, you want a hammer? You want hammer? No? All right.
William Sohn.
Dax the Hammer Herrera.
Devin D. Mackey.
Michelle L. Bennett.
Rachel M. Esselstein.
Maria Criselda Canella Merluza.
Amir Mohammed Shama.
Teresa Lynn Barcelos.
Jeremy Scott Goodman.
Rachel Elizabeth Hasurgian.
Candice Louise Villegas.
Emily Moyeda.
Dana Emiko Izuhara.
Robert Hy Gorman.
Rebecca May Haney.
Lucas Matthew Ladd.
Kelly Ann Bader.
Jonathan Robert Horton.
Chris Anthony Giao.
Nicole Marie Eby.
Narissa Ruiz Oxiano.
Jessica Rose Burrill.
Brady Michael Burl.
Juliana Nichols.
Jonathan Barton.
Janelle Bernadette March.
Julie Marie Barraza.
Kate Jane Manning.
Kenneth Leon Barlow.
Amber Nicole Mann.
Alan Anton Banis.
Ritu Mahindru.
Timothy Brian Iris.
Michelle Ann Magno.
Vanessa Avila.
Kirk A. Maddox.
Myra R. Areola.
Jada Yvonne McCaskey.
Jose Areola.
Brian Joseph Lutz.
Samuel Oscar Arnoff.
Landon Lung.
Patricia Aranda.
Lisa Marie Lujan.
Janie Lynn Angulo.
Valerio Jean Longoria. Volley.
Lisa Marie Allen.
Marin Lindsley.
Jamie Ann Allard.
Eric Lingua.
Asia Renee Alexander.
Samuel Robert Levine.
Katie Michelle Alleman.
Susan Allison Leonard.
Nina Maria Aguirre.
Fabian Christopher Leon.
Louis M. Aguilar.
Selena Leon.
Matthew Ryan Brookhart.
Peter A. Leva.
Ryan Breimer.
Stacy Lee Lompre.
Kimberly Gail Branham.
Jenna Catherine McNeil.
Danielle Joseph Botten.
Alyssa Dawn McMurrin.
Tiffany Ann Bostic.
Jason Robert McMahon.
William George Bonelli.
Matthew Mills McKnight.
J. Dean Bencato.
David Thomas McCoy.
Angela Michelle Blunt.
Jamie Elizabeth McCormick.
Kevin Blake Beresford.
Ryan Thomas McAdams.
Rosalind June Benson.
Nicole Brooke Mayfield.
Justice Andrew Benavides.
Jenny Elizabeth Mastro.
Elizabeth Marie Belts.
Jose Angel Martinez.
Matthew Ray Bell.
Rudolph James Martinez.
Maisha Nicole Baer.
Dante A. Martin.
Megan Ann Bean.
Kimberly Martin.
Alan Robert Baxter.
Aaron Ennis Marcus.
Melissa Aaron Batts.
Jeffrey Patrick Merrick.
Johnny Melissa Bass.
Dominic Thomas Marchicelli.
Francis Chekhov.
Monique S. Wilson.
Marcus Samuel Chavez.
Justin Daniel Moyer.
Devin S. Chandler.
Mohammed Reza Mortazavi.
Christopher Martin Chacon.
Elizabeth Michelle Moore.
Mickey J. Cassidy.
Randall Edward Moore.
George Casillas.
Trisha Kathleen Moore.
Raquel Kristen Shaquane Carlos.
Danette Abigail Montiel.
Michael Robert Capiello.
Francis Ian Montenegro.
Jamie Francis Cantwell.
Nicole Marie Mitchell.
Arturo Cano Jr.,
Kristen Michelle Miad,
Corey Christopher Canali,
Julie Christine Mino,
Lucia Campos,
Dwayne William Miller,
Albert J. Camarina,
Tiffany Lynn Miller,
Robert Christopher Kubanak,
Christine Meza,
Nicole Michelle Butler,
Remy Aaron Meyerstein,
Jennifer Lynn Burrell,
Pollyanna H. Medina,
Jeffrey Michael Burgess,
Martin Cartier Mears,
Kevin David Berger,
Victoria Mears,
Lindsay Renee DeMaio,
Christina Noel Pinkerton,
Byron Michael DeChellis,
Ryan Pacheco,
Danielle Denise Davidson,
Flor de Maria Ortega,
Gregory Alexander Dart,
Arbel Abraham Orshon,
James Nicholas Dale,
Griselda Orozco,
Christopher Edward DeCumos,
Kareem Ayman Omar,
Cheryl Elizabeth Cuddy,
John Christian Northway,
Jeremy Lane Croisset,
KCF Nielsen,
Andrew Michael Crawford,
Christopher Robert New,
Jessica Joy Cram,
Scott Nelson,
Constance Nicole Colley,
Danielle Christine Nelms,
Melissa Colley,
Travis Nass,
Nathan Osman Coe,
Nicole Michelle Nelevaisky,
Ryan Coe,
Nima Nimi,
Matthew Drew Colburn,
Jennifer Lorene Naba,
Sophia Cisneros,
Jared Michael Myron,
Liza Jennifer Suppressi,
Maciel Rebecca Murillo,
John Marcus Cheeseborough,
Ralph Dominic Mugler,
Michael Lee Everlove,
Christian David Quintero,
Kimberly Michelle Evans,
Amanda Lynn Putman,
Miguel Angel Estrada,
Jambi Fatima Purdy,
Maria Escobar,
Janine Marie Purcell,
Israel Iskamela,
Jonathan D. Price,
Emery Ergen,
David Preach.
Raul R. Engel.
Sashi Prabhu.
Kaylee J. Anural.
Ruben Paus Jr.
Jennifer Lynn Ellsworth.
Carlos Pineda.
Michael Patrick Egan.
Angela Marie Pichon.
Ryan Bruce Edmondson.
Joshua Todd Peters.
Chad Dunn.
Adam S. Perkins.
Shalane Dizon.
Felipe de Jesus Perez.
Susanna Emily Branson Diedrichson.
Jennifer Ann Perez.
Desiree Dion Dabini.
Matthew William Pollack.
Karina Diaz.
Amy Marie Palumbo.
Ryan Elaine DiRosario.
Amy Karina Palafox.
Deborah Nadine Detman.
Ricky Darren Ellis.
Shane Ryan Reed Gledhill.
Michael Joseph Sanchez.
Jacqueline L. Glass.
Eslim S. Salazar.
Nicole C. Giampalo.
Michael Joseph Rush.
Ali Zadeh.
Casey Lee Roulette.
Diana Gelberg.
John Michael Roth.
Joseph Alfred Garver.
Loria Jean Rossiter.
Chris Ray Garcia.
Brandy Michelle Rose.
Natasha Leanne Garcia.
Joseph A. Rosales.
Robert A. Garcia.
Angela Marie Rowland.
Jacqueline C. Ganuza.
Andres Rodriguez.
Lorraine Gallegos.
Nicholas Grant Rocco.
Stephen Joseph Gannon.
David Edward Roberts III.
Gary N. Fuller.
Brian Scott Ritchie.
Laura Jezebel Franco.
Jason Robert Richardson.
Jonathan Michael Foley.
Aisha Celine Reba.
Melina Gayton Figueroa.
Puya Resamend.
Amber Farrows.
Julie Riley.
Ryan Jameson Fagan.
Crystal Lee Raker.
Jason Dominic Herrera.
Jeffrey Andrew Siwanowitz.
Eric Herrera.
Sean Paul Silveri.
Rhett Stephen Hendrickson.
Jeffrey Graham Shiflett.
Stephen Michael Hatcher.
Dana Lauren Shaw.
Stevie Harper.
Melanie Simone.
Jasmine Nicole Haro.
Wendy Kathleen Sellers.
Jennifer Rebecca Harling.
Pega Sadigi.
Jennifer Melissa Harbottle.
Erin Christiana Seabor.
Bria Dion Hanks.
Scott Colby Skurlock.
Jennifer Brooke Hancock.
Tamisha Naisha Scott.
Kristen Marie Hallquist.
William Shea Schneider.
Christopher John Haynes.
Matthew Brian Schick.
Sasha K. DeLuca.
Kimberly Ellen Sayers.
Kristen E. Guzman.
Charlene Nawaz Sayani.
Christina Marie Gutierrez.
Katie Marie Savage.
John Gerges.
Melanie De Los Santos.
Christopher Brian Gray.
Jasprit Kaur Sanda.
Ernest Gonzalez III.
Naomi Sanchez.
Brandon Michael Jacobson.
Michael Christopher Swanson.
Shamila Irene Iyengar.
Michael C. Swadley.
Tony David Issue.
Janae Marjorie Sterling.
Karen Lynn Inman.
Maurice T. Stillins.
Monica Iniguez.
Stephanie Ann Stewart.
Krista Marco Inez.
David Michael Steinberg.
Bridget Angela Ilmeyer.
Jennifer Rose Stiegel.
Jessica Megan Humphreys.
Christopher Joseph Starkis.
Jennifer Lee Huey.
Jennifer Nicole Spriggs.
Christopher Kenneth Poole.
Jennifer Marie Sorge.
Catherine Mary Hood.
Roach Bonus Sonza.
Melissa May Haran.
Jeremy Scott Solar.
Molly Jo Hopper.
Cynthia Socket.
Gregory Jean Hopkins.
Morgan Dania Snyder.
Christopher Scott Honecker.
Adam D. Smith.
Ricky Scott Hilstein.
Amy Michelle Smith.
Tracy Patrick Highsmith.
Jennifer Marie Smith.
Gina Belinda Hidalgo.
Lisa Joy Slinkard.
Nicholas Matthew Colvin.
Kristen Lee Vanderlip.
Sabrina Monique Dinwiddie.
Andrew David Valentine.
Kimberly Ann Dolan.
Francis Michael Unson.
Brianna Brandy Millard.
Question, Alexi Witz? Alexi N. Witz.
Rosa Linda Trusininski.
Sophia G. Trinidad.
Holly K. Wood.
John Paul Traver.
Patricia Sanchez.
Jose Carmen Torres.
Charles Raphael Kasinge.
Jennifer Annette Torres.
Christopher M. Karski.
Ephraim Nathaniel Torres.
Irina Carabin.
Douglas Michael Jaden.
Jerron Anthony Jordan.
Michael Clifford Tillish.
Aaron Matthew Johnson.
Elizabeth Marie Thompson.
Brandy Jamil Johnson.
Nikita Chantel Thomas.
Jeremiah David Johnson.
Imani Thomas.
Stephanie Ann Jimenez.
Gabriel Brock Thatcher.
Stephanie Lynette Yamarillo.
Justin Earl Taylor.
Kenneth James Janinski.
Aaron Wayne Talby.
Nicholas V. James.
Kristen Ann Yarborough.
Allison Michelle Lachule.
Matthew Fumio Yamamoto.
Andrea Jean Camara.
Sunshine Nicole Dawn Wooten.
Jason Andrew Coleman.
Megan Catherine Wood.
Carrie Ann Rankin.
Juliet Nicole Wong.
Krista Lynn Campbell.
Anthony Rick Wire.
Tiffany Latisse Clark.
Glenn Allen Winslow.
Melissa Lynn Ward.
Last but not least, baby! Wesley Adam Williams.
Tracy
Jonathan
Kim.
Russell Wilson. Jonathan Russell Wilson.
Michelle Ann Kilmer.
Patricia Marie Whitecamp.
Tara Pat Canan Pornpan.
David Robert Wenzel.
Matthew Christopher Kennedy.
Kristen Danielle Webster.
Keisha Kawana Kelso.
Casey W. Warlow.
Ryan P. Kelly.
Kelly Christine Warden.
Shakira Naima Kelly.
Erin Diane Walker.
Victoria M. Kellogg.
Corey Shailene Volkman.
John R. Kelly.
Tiffany Lynn Veazey.
Antapreet Cherry Kerr.
Jill Elizabeth Zundel.
Kristen Lynn Kaup.
Brian Robert Zimmerman.
Jason Michael Leffler.
Sandy Lynn Zimmer.
Abba Lazarus.
Kristen Michelle Zamansky.
Candace Leigh Larson.
Justin Zarin.
Trevor Larkin.
Eric Zambrano.
Geraldine Janelle Larimer.
Andrew Dante Zamacona.
Christina Lynn Langle.
Mr. VTV, Corin H. Young.
Julie Ann Landsberger.
Stacy Michelle Berry.
Travis Elliott Kanicki.
Brian Robert Otis.
Erica S. Claus.
Tracy Aaron Bossage.
James Thomas Padilla.
And now, Brian Robert Otis.
Now, class, if you would please stand and join the senior choir in the singing of the alma mater.
Valencia High School, our alma mater true. All along the way, in our hearts you will stay. We're Vikings through and through.
move your tassel from the right to the left. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you. Congratulations. Come and see me next year. I will.
Yeah, they did. I just did that. Oh, maybe you didn't hear. I said if you want to move the tassel from the left to the right, or right to the left, go ahead. That's it for this evening, and thank you for coming.